What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. And you see from the title of this video, it's kind of confusing, but let me explain. If you watch the streams, you have an idea what I'm going to talk about. But basically, these highlights, in particular this game, is basically the culmination of every game that I play, right? This is a top 1500 player, might even have been a top 800 player, one of the two, but I play them over and over and over again, top ranked players. In every game it's the same. Literally, you can go back through my streams. I stream like everything, and you'll see me dominate just about every eFootball opponent. And since Smart Assists came out, you'll see just about every one of these opponents will use Smart Assist, which in my opinion is pathetic because it pretty much is the reason why I hate the game, right? So let me explain what I mean. When you get into eFootball, you start out Division 10, right? And then obviously you can train, you can play events, and you're practicing and you're seeing all these amazing things. And I'm going, why didn't I play eFootball earlier? I mean, 31 years I played FC, like literally since the first FIFA, right? Which I'm showing my age, but that's me. I came all the way through. An original gamer, literally. That's where the OG comes from. Like, that's not just a made-up name. And as of 2022, I started as a competitive player, right? And that was because my playing career was done. I had time. Besides coaching and giving back in the game in real life, this is my extension of my passion of football. This is where I get my competitive juices flowing, if you will, and I'm able to compete in the game in a different way, right? So I put the work in to get better at all these games. I love the tactical side. I love the training part, and there's no better game than eFootball for that feeling of satisfaction that you get when you improve, when the passing sequences come off and they culminate in a great goal, when you learn to properly use the pressure to defend the right way, when you learn to use the skill sets of each player, the play styles, and you learn how to get an edge tactically, right? When it all comes together, it is such a satisfying feeling, both on the pitch performances and how you do tactically building your team and making adjustments for each opponent. All that stuff is incredible. eFootball, Konami has done an incredible job there, and that's what made me fall in love with this game and made me wish that I discovered it earlier. However, once you get into about Division 4, Division 3, you're all excited. You've been playing in the lower divisions, playing AI, and it's pretty easy to beat them in the lower levels, right? It's pretty much set up, in my opinion, just for training and learning everything about the game. So then the excitement comes to finally play PvP, and you discover this kind of thing. You go in and you play football, and you'll dominate. As you see here, like I said, I do most every game, but many times you won't come out on top like I did here, but many times it will be 2-1 the other way. And then you realize this amazing game has an absolutely terrible meta that is created by a large amount of terrible players. And I've talked about this previously in videos and on stream, so I won't go too far into it. But when I use the term loser, I'm not just saying it to be mean. I mean, these players, by definition, are losers. They are players that want to take shortcuts, that are too lazy to work at the game, and even though they're playing a football simulator, they don't want to do anything that remotely comes close to actual football. And it is pretty obvious that Konami recognizes this, obviously, because of all of the watered-down AI assistance that ruins what an amazing game this could be. Like, if you want to really play football, you still can, but with all of the AI assistance, along with some of the nonsense that these players are able to do with this AI assistance as well, it just creates a very frustrating experience. And now I totally understand why many players in my comments at the beginning when I started playing eFootball tried to say, don't do it, you'll love it, and then you'll see, you'll get to higher divisions, you'll hate it. And I literally thought maybe they just weren't as good, and so they got to some very good players and weren't up to the challenge, but now I totally get what they were talking about. However, I'm still not leaving this game because I played FC long enough. I'm talking not just all the way back to the beginning of FC, I'm talking just the recent years. Since 2022, when I became a competitive player, I've learned that the only way to fix these issues or possibly even get them addressed is to raise hell, spread the word, and join like-minded players together. And if there's enough of us, Konami will make changes. How do I know that? Because finally, after years of accepting nonsense from EA Sports, players finally did exactly what I said and even were willing to walk away from the game. And then what do you know? EA Sports, they don't want to lose money. You lose players, you lose money. So they finally give the player base the changes they wanted and they make an incredible patch. But it is important to note that by now EA Sports has done so much damage that the community is just totally burnt. And what I mean by burnt is they're just inherently toxic now. And therefore you are going to get the worst out of any game, no matter what the patch is, no matter how good it is. And that's exactly what happened, which is why I've distanced myself from FC. Now the unique situation with eFootball is that they already have a great game that you are capable of playing as we speak. Like, you could play beautiful football in this game. Is it perfect? No, but you can play great football and get that satisfying feeling of everything coming together that I was talking about. It's not like they need a patch to add that in again, right? However, it's the AI assistance and the catering to these low-skill losers that are too lazy to actually put the effort in to get better at the game. They just, for some reason, want to win so bad that they ignore the fact that they have a chance to play a great football video game when that's the point, right? This is a football simulator. But again, they want to win so bad that they'll do anything just to get that W, ignoring any type of football. I mean, Hullet and Romario and Maradona and Vieira and so on and so forth, all the way down the line, all these amazing legends that are very true to life with their player identity in Konami's eFootball, which is another thing that I love. You rarely get to see them in their true form, just like you rarely get to see this game in its full beauty, because these players just trash the game with how they play. And Konami just keeps on providing more and more assistance, so they spend more and more money, and they are dumb enough to keep doing it because apparently they want to win that bad. So much so that these supposed quote-unquote top-ranked players that I play all the time almost always use Smart Assist, the fully AI-assisted rookie tool that shouldn't even be in the game, because the game is all about you playing football, you learning these things, and the satisfaction comes from getting better as you do learn these things. But no, they add, by they I mean Konami, add a mode that assists everything you do, and then they open it up to every single mode, including divisions, right? The most competitive mode in the game. And they know what they're doing. They can call it a tool for players that just want to relax and play, and people can say, oh, it's for those lower level players that just don't want to put all the effort into learning all the details. But guess what? Why is every top ranked player using it? You think Konami didn't know that would happen? They knew exactly what would happen. It's part of adding more AI assistance to help these low level players, because if these players start losing, they're out of here. And that would be great for the game, because then you would see more of this beautiful football. It wouldn't have taken me so long to even think about playing this game and learning it in the way that I did, because I would have seen how awesome it is all over the place. The reason why you don't, the reason why many FC players laugh at what eFootball is and think it's just a junk game, is because of a vast majority of the players and what they see the game to be. These players trash everything eFootball could be with their trash gameplay, point blank. And Konami, they don't care, because even though their game that they created isn't even close, usually when it's being shown to what it could be, they're getting rich, and that's all that's all they care about. That's all any of these companies care about. So, hopefully, I can achieve my goal of spreading what this game could be and bringing like-minded players together so we can make eFootball the amazing game that it should be. Keep grinding, keep having fun. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.